can.
So what about shipping? There's a lot of people that say
wow,
that shipping is expensive to begin with, and then if something happens to the product, it gets damaged, or if their battery comes all puffy and about to blow up in their face, they have to send it back, and that's more expenses on shipping.
Regarding warranty returns and shipping them back to us, that is a big issue, and I know a lot of Asian stores do that. Like if you buy something from eBay, they really don't want you to send it back, and you can see that in the description of the product in the eBay listing. It will say something along the lines of return the product in its original packaging. Who keeps their packaging for 6 months?
Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a warehouse of boxes.
Heck no.
They don't want you to send it back, and they don't factor that into the into the margin, the markup of the product. So when you send it back, they're making a huge loss. So they really don't want it back, and they hide behind that. We're getting away from that, and we will be accepting warranty returns in USA. It will start around this month. There will be some conditions just to make sure that it doesn't cause too much trouble. It will be a phase-in period. There'll be several products that are phased in, and then progressively it'll be everything. So we're doing that for all our satellite warehouses as well.
I noticed when I'm on your website looking for things, it'll have up on some websites or items when I click it, it'll pop up, are you worried about warranty? And it'll like set you at ease on the corner there. You can return this item if there's a fault. Is that what you're talking about, phasing things in as far
Yeah,
as?
that's right. People want it to all happen at once, but we have to set up the infrastructure to make sure it works properly and efficiently.
Nice.
So it will be, I know the American one will start this month.
Nice.
The other ones will follow.
Very good. Good answer. So why are you trying to put all the hobby shops out of business?
This one, I get asked this question a lot actually. Why are we trying to put the hobby stores out of business? I think it would be naive to blame that on one online store. There's, I guess what you'd say, a paradigm shift in customer purchasing behavior. People are buying more stuff online. Some people don't, they like to go to the store. I personally like to buy things from stores, and they have their place. Yeah. Some stores have closed down, and that's true. And has the internet done that? Maybe, but some stores have thrived recently.
Yeah. Would you like to have people stocking your product in stores? Like, you don't only want it to be web-based. You would have no problem if there's a small hobby shop bringing your batteries in, putting on their shelves, or?
Yeah, sure. Provided they can add value to the sale. If they're just buying and selling, then the customer will see that and say, well, you're not doing anything for me.
What do you mean by added value?
Added value, instant warranty return, or understanding of the product, and being able to help the customer with the product. Adding value.
Now, do you add support to the shop? If a store is stocking your batteries and somebody has a bad one and they bring it back to the store and the store swaps it out, does the store then get credited?
It's really simple. They're adding value by allowing the customer to come in and replace the product instantly. Okay. They're adding value by educating the customer on the product, make sure they can use it safely, helping them use the product. So of course they need to replace it instantly for the customer. We would replace it for the store. It's pretty simple.
I gotta say, I'd love to see planes like this readily accessible. It's kinetic. I love seeing it fly. I love seeing small, simple, easy build airplanes. Do you see that coming to your warehouse fairly soon?
Which one? The Kinetic?
Yeah.
It's in our warehouse.
Are you
mean
serious?
USA warehouse?
Yeah.
No, it's not there yet. No, things take longer to get to the USA warehouse, obviously because of shipping, customs.
And you're not just shipping one or two, you're shipping
No,
a lot.
container, that's right. Yeah, so it takes a little bit longer. They usually hit Hong Kong first.
Okay.
Just because it's faster, it's closer.
Gotcha. Yeah, I could see a lot of people really enjoying that in the US.
It's a very fun plane, very easy to build.
Yeah.
Snaps together. Super
no glue.
easy. No glue, no.
Yeah.
I hate glue.
So I know that we got a couple planes that didn't have manuals, and it was really hard for me to put together. And I can only imagine how the average pilot of RC planes would have trouble putting together these planes without a manual. Why?
Speaking for the average people.
Yes.
So you're saying with a manual you could put a plane together?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right. Well, let's say you were the average guy. Well, no.
I'm a little bit further up than that. I mean, I'm doing a show about this stuff, so come on.
He's Josh Scott.
But let's just
I'm very
say,
sorry.
for sport, let's just say.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a lot of our planes are foamies, and they're almost ready to fly. Plug and fly.
ARF.
ARF, right.
Yes.
Heard of these?
I hope that a lot of my customers, before they buy from us, they do speak to other people online. and they do understand planes a little bit more. Now, it's true, a lot of our planes don't come with manuals, and that's because it's quite expensive to make a manual in Asia.
Well, it can't be that expensive to print. I mean,
That's right, to print a manual is very cheap, but to write a manual in nice English, understandable English, is expensive. The problem is, we cover so many different languages that if we spent a lot of money making an English manual, we'd have to go and make a Spanish, a French, Italian, Portuguese, German, Japanese manual. It's too expensive.
Elvish.
Elvish.
I have to make an Elvish one.
Okay, yeah, right. That's top of the list.
Yeah.
You're trying to basically cover your costs. Like keep the plane cheap and affordable, and for, not be able to cover
That's
that
right.
nice
That's
a
right.
year.
And we hope that our customers talk to other customers and understand the planes a little bit before they buy a plane. Let's talk about a foamy. Like this plane here, for instance. When it arrives, you snap it together. You put the right battery, which is suggested on the website. Now, if you put the right battery in it, the CG will automatically be correct. So usually a plane, the most important part is the CG. Now that's something we need to have on every plane, and I admit that.
Yeah.
And people will put it in the discussion. A lot of our very advanced pilots will buy a plane, and they will put the CG in the discussion forum, and tell everybody about the CG. But apart from CG, I really don't know what else to talk about with this plane. Or what to put in a manual, really, except just go out and have fun.
One thing I do whenever I get one of your airplanes and I'm setting them up is I go on like RC groups, I go on your forum sections, and I read other people's, I even go on the reviews, and I read what people get. And you're right, people are real passionate about putting every bit of information they know, the CG location, also the throws on the ailerons. I noticed like on this plane, I was able to go on, and within about 5 minutes, I went to RC groups, I found a build thread on it, I found information on it, and I was able to get any question I possibly had. And the cool thing is if someone writes a manual, that's one person's interpretation of it. If they get it wrong, everyone gets that wrong information. If you go to a forum group where everyone's building this and everyone's posting their pictures and getting excited about it, not only can you get detailed information, but if someone puts something wrong, someone will usually say, no, that's not right. I did it this way and it was better. And you can hear a whole bunch of people's information. You can take what you think is the best and put it in there. And I think honestly that's why I haven't crashed an airplane on Maiden that's been manufactured, because I go on there, I don't want to just read a manual, I want to go and see what other people's experiences were.
See how they crashed the plane.
Exactly. See what they did wrong, and that way I can look smarter.
Right.
Yeah, because I need everything I got going for me.
Looking smarter is key for you.
Yeah, I try my best.
Yeah. You're doing good.
Thank you.
Doing very
Thank
well.
you. Yeah.
With discussion forums and community aspect, you do really see the truth about the plane.
Yeah.
The manual will tell you the functional parts of the plane, but you go on a forum, you really know how it flies. So that's what we urge our customers to do, is ask people that know.
And build community.
so are we? Any more questions?
No,
No.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too, actually, and this is
You said that
pretty
when
good.
we did this interview afterwards we can go to eat.
Yeah.
I'm starving,
I do.
so I want to go to eat.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll go eat.
Yeah.
I'm curious though. What are you doing here? What's this?
Upgrading, making it faster.
So it's the kinetic.
Yeah.
You're like a motorhead, aren't you? You'd like to
That's
make
right,
things fast.
of course. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
always.
What
It's
did
never
you-
fast enough.
Well,
What
when
did you
we
put in that?
talked about segments before, I threw out the idea of a ridiculously large motor on a small plane, and he loved it. So I
like
think we
that.
should do that more often.
I think so. Would you like that, Anthony?
Definitely. Go
Definitely.
crazy.
Big motors on little planes.
Love it.
What about big motors
Fantastic.
on these planes?
Big motor. They have big motors. They're a
Anything
hot
with big
rod.
motors.
Love it.
Nice. I like that. Well, I got this motor ready to go, and I'm ready to fly, and I'm also ready to eat. So
Great, yeah.
Let's do
All
it.
right, well, we want to thank you guys for watching. We want to thank Hobby King for
He's right
thanks
there.
Anthony.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thanks for sponsoring this episode.
problem.
Yes.
Anthony. And we'll see you guys later.
See you
All right,
later.
let's clean up your mess, Josh.
Cheeseburgers.
Yeah, I make a mess.
Let's
Here,
go.
I'm gonna unplug this.